She can't forget not enough anymore. She can't forget. Hey, what it do, y'all? It's your boy E2 Blue coming back at you again for the one time on this Saturday. It's Saturday. And it's definitely fall outside. You can feel it. You can feel it in the air. You know, the leaves start coming down. They start turning to brown color and everything. And you know it's fall. It's starting to get darker early now. It's like things are changing. But we still dealing with COVID. So, you know. Wear y'all mask. Look here. Look here. We playing the New York Football Giants tomorrow, 4:25 Eastern time. Now, the Giants are 0-4. Dallas Cowboys are 1-3. A lot of people say, "Oh, this should be a really easy game. We should just blow them out the water." We should, right? When you look statistically, when you look at player for player, pound for pound, even with the Dallas Cowboys injuries, they still should annihilate this team. But I'm going to tell you why you shouldn't just assume that. One, it is a division game. It's a division rival team that knows the Cowboys very well. Their new offensive coordinator is the Cowboys' ex-coach. So Jason Garrett knows our players. He knows what our players can do. He knows their tendencies. He knows their weaknesses, their strengths. He knows all that. On the other end, Dallas Cowboys know Jason Garrett as well. We know how he likes to coach. We know that he comes in with a game plan and not really much of a guy that's going to switch up what he does. Now, he's not the coach of the team up there. Joe Judge is, but Joe Judge is inexperienced, and Jason Garrett is the more experienced guy, which I think at some point Jason Garrett might actually be the coach of the New York Football Giants. Now, right now, I'm pretty sure Jason Garrett has a chip on his shoulder. He's coming back to Dallas. He's coming back to see his old team. He's coming back to see his old employers, and he's going to look at them and be like, "Yeah, y'all fired me," or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I was 8-8 a couple of times. I took y'all to the playoffs. You know, I was all around the Cowboys facilities. I drafted a lot of the players that are still on your roster right now, and those players still respect Jason Garrett. Now, that's the reason why some of the guys miss Garrett. It's not that, you know, they miss the way he coaches. They love him as a person. Now, as a person, I give it to Jason Garrett. Jason Garrett is an amazing guy. But as a coach, he's just mediocre. He's just what he is. He's a guy that to get you wins. He has a great philosophy. I give him that. But he's not a guy that's going to get you past the postseason. Like when you get to the postseason, it's almost like he just keeps doing the same thing over and over again. And you can't keep doing that. You can't keep being, just predictable. You have to switch things up. And one thing that he does is he's predictable. And that's how we've been for the last decade. That's why there's t-shirts out that says, "I survived the Jason Garrett era." But when you get to the playoffs, it's a different thing. You have to be able to be a team that makes adjustments mid-game, in the middle of a quarter, whenever there's adjustments need to be made. You need to be the one to make those adjustments. You got to do that. Now, you look at the New York Football Giants and what they're doing, being 0-4. They lost Saquon Barkley. They went and got Devontae Freeman. They still got Wayne Gallman at running back. So they still kind of got a running game, but they're Devontae Freeman just got there like a week or two ago, so he's still learning the offense, still understanding what Jason Garrett is asking of him. So I don't think he's gonna go off. But then I say that on the other end, you look at last week when we played the Browns, we got ran on by not only Nick Chubb, and then when he got hurt, Kareem Hunt, 2 touchdowns, D'Ernest Johnson, and some other running back. The guy, I keep forgetting his name. I knew his name, but anyway, you got 2 no names that were running all over you in the game. So it didn't matter who the Browns put in the game. Now, granted, the Browns are a much stronger running offense than the said New York Giants, but still, in general, you know that Jason Garrett and their staff is up there thinking, okay, how are we going to penetrate this defense? Oh, we're just going to run the ball. We're going to do like the other teams did and run the damn ball down their throat. So this defense today, the Dallas Cowboys defense, they have to, key to victory. They have to be able to stop Wayne Gallman. They have to be able to stop Devontae Freeman and neutralize that running game. They neutralize that running game, and you put that pressure on young Daniel Jones. He's gonna turn that ball over. He's gonna fumble. He's going to intercept. He's gonna throw interceptions. He threw an interception. He threw an interception. He threw an interception. Y'all, those of you guys that was on Mark Holmes' channel when I did that, when I made the little club beat, DJ E2 style. Hopefully we'll be remixing that sentiment in this game. Now I'm gonna tell you some of my wild predictions for this game as well. That's going to be fun. All right, so let's go over the numbers real quick. So Dallas Cowboys, like I said, are 1-3. New York Giants are 0-4. This is a division game, so you got to win these. These are important. You win these, you win this game, and the Eagles lose, you're going to be in the top of the division because we're only a game and a half behind the Eagles. Now, our division is really crap right now, so everything is for the taking. So right now is the time where the Dallas Cowboys need to get their shit together, turn it around, get this season to go, because you can end up being 5-3 before you get to our week 10 bye. You got Randy Gregory coming back, Washington week 7. So let's see how that goes. We got the Cardinals next week, Monday night. You got to win that game too. So unfortunately, though, if the Dallas demolish the Giants, they're not going to get any respect for winning the game, I'll tell you, because all the talking heads are going to say is, oh, the Dallas Cowboys won, but it was a sorry-ass Giants team. They're going to keep saying the same thing over and over again. The Dallas Cowboys can't beat a winning team. Dak Prescott can't win a team. I hate when they say Dak Prescott can't beat. Oh, Dak Prescott is the leader of this team, right? But it's a team effort. Dak Prescott don't play special teams. Dak Prescott don't play on a defense. So the rest of the team got to step up. Now, yeah, Dak Prescott makes his mistakes. Everybody does. Nobody's perfect. But Dak's got to protect the ball better. He's got to make sure that his throws are not errant. And he has to make sure that him and the receivers have good communication. I really have no issues with the receivers right now. They're the bright spots of the team, them and Dak. Ezekiel Elliott got to stop putting the ball on the ground. He can't be fumbling. You know, you get a good play, you need to hold on to that damn ball until that whistle blows, period. So you look at offense, defense, passing, and rushing. The New York Giants are dead last in offense. No surprise there. In defense, though, they're 5th. They're top 10 in the league right now on defense, which is shocking. Passing, they're 27th in passing. No surprise there. And they're 31st in the league in rushing. So we talked about that. We talked about stopping the running game. Since Saquon Barkley's not there, you need to take advantage of this opportunity that you have right here in front of you. Dallas Cowboys defense, I'm talking to you. Offense on the Dallas Cowboys, number 1 in the league, but it doesn't mean anything because it's not turning into wins. You got to get in that W category. Cowboys are 30th in defense. Ooh, we got to get better. We got to get better on defense. We do, because this is not good. You got to get better. They're 1st in passing offense, it goes hand in hand. And then the Cowboys are 23rd in rushing. They got to fix that. Ezekiel Elliott's weak because, again, when Ezekiel Elliott is only getting the ball 15 times a game, that's not good. I think he only had like 15 touches in the last game. You got to get Zeke more touches. I know he was fumbling, but you got to get your running back the ball. You're going to have to be able to be dimensional. You cannot be one-dimensional against any NFL team, because it doesn't matter how good or bad they are going to annihilate you if you're not on your game as far as being able to beat them in multiple ways. That's it. Just a few quick little tidbits The Giants have not scored a touchdown in 2 consecutive games this season. Now, that's the first time since week 10 and 11 in 1998. So, they're not really scoring touchdowns like that. You keep them out of the end zone, you're definitely going to win this game. So, which is the reason why I said this game could go so many different ways, because the Giants are not great at scoring on offense, but it is a divisional game, and it seems like divisional games, they always play you harder than anybody else. So, it's pretty much an aberration there. So the Cowboys have led on 7 of their 313 offensive snaps this season. That is the lowest percentage of offensive snaps led with an NFL lead. So basically, they don't get in the league they're not in the lead that much. We're always playing from behind. We got to stop playing from behind. You got to get in these games and play hard and play fast. You can't, it's crazy because you look at the Browns game, they got up 14-10, and then all of a sudden they just started falling apart. And it's like, you can't do that. Ezekiel Elliott had fewer than 100 rushing yards in each of his first 4 games this season. The first time in his career. That ain't good. Ezekiel Elliott is one of the best, if not the best running back in this league. You cannot have him not having carries and not having the ball in his hand. He's dynamic. You got to give it to him. Cowboys have one of the most explosive offenses in the NFL, but the Giants' defense ranks top 10. So it's like, the Cowboys can score a lot, but can the Giants front, not their back end. Their back end is suspect, but their front 7 is really good. They can provide a push and pressure, but this offensive line of Dallas Cowboys has to protect Dak Prescott. On the flip side of that, the Giants score fewer points than any team in the league. I'm going to say it again. The Giants score fewer points than any team in the league, but the Cowboys are also allowing more points than almost anyone in the league. So something's got to give here. Something's got to give. They're gonna have to figure this out. So the Cowboys are just gonna have to play better. We know that you look at this Cowboys team. They are just all around. If you look all around, they're better than the Giants, obviously, especially without Saquon Barkley. Now, I think their biggest threat on their offense is their tight end, Evan Ingram. I've always had a lot of respect for Evan Ingram, but when they played the Rams were able to shut down Evan Ingram pretty good. But that Giants front 7 is all right. So we got to keep Dak. If we keep Dak upright, if Terrence Steele and Brandon Knight, if they are going to be the left and right tackles in this game, because Tyron Smith is out for the year, unfortunately, and Lyle Collins is also out for the year, so you don't have your left and right tackles, which is, to me, one of the most important things, because that's your blind side and your front side. So, those are your peripheral vision. You need your peripheral vision. You need your peripheral vision to basically protect you. If they're not protecting you, then you got more problems than you need. I do like what Brandon Knight is doing. He's definitely played better since he's gotten the league. You look at Terrence Steele. I know a lot of you guys are not high on Terrence Steele, but it's good, like I said before, it's good that he's in there, though, because he's getting game experience, he's getting game opportunities, and he is going to get better and better as they go along. Now, yeah, but like I said, if they can hold these blocks down, because Dak Prescott is still able to score points even with this offensive line being as terrible as they are right now, or as we think that they're terrible, because I don't think they are that terrible, considering that I think that other teams have lesser offensive line. I think our offensive line is still better than the Giants, even though they got Will Hernandez over there. I still think that we're still better than them. But this defense this week should be able to eat. They should play better because they're playing against a team that ain't going to produce much on offense. And I'm going to tell you this, and these are my wild predictions, and I told you in the beginning of the video, I had some. And I was just thinking, I just had a, in my mind, I'm thinking like sometimes I don't know if it's deja vu. I guess it's not deja vu because it didn't happen yet. But I just have visions sometimes of like things in the future. And normally when I say it, it happens. You remember the last game that I said that CeeDee Lamb was going to score 2 touchdowns? And he did? I think I'm going to keep rolling with my predictions because I've been right on the last 2 weeks on some of my predictions. You know, I was wrong on one of them last week, but I was right on the majority of them. So let's put it into perspective. So let's say this. On defense, I'm going to say that DeMarcus Lawrence gets his first sack of the season. Yeah. DeMarcus Lawrence will get his first sack of the season tomorrow against Daniel Jones, and he's going to knock his ass to the ground. I think Alden Smith, we know that's going to happen. I'm going to say DeMarcus Lawrence and Everson Griffin gets pressure. They get and they both get sacks. I'm going to say that we get 2 interceptions on defense. I know y'all like, oh, E2, you crazy. This team don't get no interceptions. We only got 1 this year. You're right. But I think this game that they're going to get back on track with that. They're going to get 2 interceptions in this game. And I predict that Xavier Woods is going to get an interception and Trayvon Diggs is going to get an interception. Because Trayvon Diggs has been close to getting that ball, and he's just been itching. And I think he's going to jump a route on, let's say, Golden Tate. He's going to jump a route from Golden Tate and just steal that ball and run that thing. Yeah. 2 interceptions, baby. Xavier Woods and the young boy Trayvon Diggs. That's my prediction. And then DeMarcus Lawrence and Everson Griffin, they get their little sacks too. So, with these said turnovers, the Cowboys will probably win 31-14. If they let the Giants get more than 20 points, then that means we're struggling in this game. What can't happen is the Cowboys struggle in this game. If the Cowboys struggle in this game, then you can kiss playoffs goodbye because we're not going to be able to beat any of those great teams if you can't take over this Giants team, period. Because the biggest thing that they got is their front 7. If you can neutralize their front 7, they ain't got nothing else because they are not going to be able to stop our wide receivers. I think in this game that it's imperative that we get our tight ends in the game. I think they need to start giving Blake Bell the ball more too because Blake Bell, I know that they use him for blocking. He's good. Let him keep doing that. But he was good at Kansas City for a reason, and that's why we got him now. Blake Bell can catch that ball too. You give him the opportunity, he can be a pass catcher. And they've been throwing him the ball sometimes too. But we got a good receiving core, and I love the fact that like Mike McCarthy and Kellen Moore, I love what they're doing on offense with those wide receivers. They're letting everybody eat. Noah Brown gets some catches. Cedric Wilson gets catches. Hell, they need to let the guy Turner in the game too. I know he's a special team guy, and sometimes he's inactive on the game. But the fact that you're getting Noah Brown and Cedric Wilson in there, I'm loving that. I'm loving that. But I think the Cowboys pull it out. It's going to be interesting tomorrow. Rashid's going to be in the house over there, the New York Stinking Giant fan. He's going to be squeaking like a mouse. He's going to be talking trash. I might have to throw him in the koi pond. We'll see what happens. But anyway, with that being said, y'all, that's all I got for right now. Let me know what you guys think about this upcoming game against the New York Football Giants and Jason Garrett's homecoming, coming back to AT&T Stadium tomorrow. With that being said, y'all, it's your boy E2 Blue, always keeping it real. Peace out.